Rational Unified Process. In today's class, we will be discussing about what is RUP, that is, what is Rational Unified Process. What are all the different perspectives of the Rational Unified Process? Then we will be discussing the phases in the RUP. Let's start with the introduction to RUP. Rational Unified Process is one of the modern process model derived from the work on UML, that is Unified Modeling Language, and the associated software development process. We describe rational unified process generally from three perspectives, that is a dynamic perspective, a static perspective, and a practice perspective. A dynamic perspective shows the phases of the model, and a static perspective shows the process activities that are enacted in the model. Next, a practice perspective which suggests the good practices that need to be used during the process. Next, we shall move on to the figure which shows the phases in the rational unified process. You can see there are four phases such as inception, elaboration, construction, and transition phases, and all these phases are iterative in process. Now let us discuss all the phases one by one. The first phase is the inception phase. The goal of inception phase is to establish a business case for the system. Here, we should identify all the external entities that interacts with the system, and we should define those interactions. Later, this information can be used to assess the contribution that the system makes to the business. Then moving on to the elaboration phase. Once we're done with the inception phase, we will move to the elaboration phase. The main goal of elaboration phase is to develop an understanding about the problem domain, then to establish an architectural framework. Then third goal is to develop the project plan, and we should identify the project risk. These four activities will be done in the elaboration phase. Once we complete this elaboration phase, that we complete all the four activities, that is understanding about the problem domain and establishing an architectural framework, then developing the project plan and identifying the project risk. Once we complete all these four activities, we will be moving to the construction phase. The construction phase is an elongated phase. It involves system design, programming, and testing processes. Here, parts of the systems are developed parallelly and integrated during the process, and then the testing is carried out. Upon the completion of construction phase, we will move on to the transition phase. Once the system is developed and tested, it should be moved from the development community to the user community to work in a real time environment. So, it is one of the expensive and problematic activity. This is how the rational unified process is conducted. Thank you.